Here we are on the bank of the Connecticut River, connecting you with truth.
What if the answers to everything in the universe are already available to us all? What if knowledge is the key, as often has been said, and we already have that key? What if you already have all the answers, and I'm just reminding you of what you already know? We are all just children, every one of us, children of creation. We are here on this planet, caught in a net, but only stuck in it if we choose to stay. Like Peter Pan's Never Never Land, staying as children for as long as we choose not to grow up. And that's okay, because that's how the grand story goes. We're children in a fairy tale, complete with horrors, if that is how we wish the plot of the story to go. But what if it were possible to change that story and make the fairy tale one of beauty and peace and love, complete with the happily ever after? It's about self-awareness, self-realization as it's sometimes referred to. You and only you determine if and when you will begin to grow up, to become self-aware, to know your true purpose. No child can grow up before they are ready. A toddler cannot sit for long in a university classroom. The child will soon fidget, unable to take in what is being taught. The child has no understanding, cannot grasp the subject. The child just wants to play. There is a psychological model of child development highlighting a particular milestone when a toddler first comes to the realization that the image they are seeing when they look into a mirror is their own. That is self-awareness. What a perfect allegory for humanity as a whole. We are all children, and a few of us have actually reached the stage of even realizing that the baby in the mirror is the self. In fact, everything has its mirror reflection in this reality. Everything is and isn't at the same time, and nothing is too deep or complex to grasp once you're ready to grasp it. In the physical, we are caught in a play net where fear keeps us as dependents, as minors in the play production, the story, the movie. And we agree out of ignorance because we're too young to understand otherwise, and so we sign on the dotted line most literally. From a newborn, we are swept up into a system that keeps us bound to the mirror image of truth, the false reality, the lies, where the legal name is a replacement for our true, all-powerful, pure energy being selves. What if we don't need that system? What if we are so powerful that merely clicking our heels and saying to ourselves that we want to go home will take us there? Just as Dorothy did in The Wizard of Oz. Because that story is a wonderful allegory of the truth of who we really are once we go through our spiritual coming of age and master the first step of simply knowing that the system is only a fraud, just as the wizard was. There's no need to be angry at the bumbling buffoon as you let go of any vengeance and simply watch him float off into the ether in the balloon of system lies that was really only a lot of hot air. As children of creation, we are meant to play. We choose the world we create. This isn't even hocus pocus any longer. Even physics recognizes that nothing exists in physical reality until the human mind is aware of it. At the moment, it seems that the world is mostly a hostile place where there is more bad stuff going on than good, where the earth is on a path of destruction. But that is the reality you see when you are part of a majority who still have not begun to grow up and stop making a huge mess, as young children do. It is a simple switch of the mind, growing up and choosing to create a good world through good thoughts and good actions. The mind is a computer. It's all programming, all code. The future of the mind is a computer which is aware that it's a computer and begins to reprogram itself. Meditation wipes out the old programs so you can start over. Self-awareness means taking responsibility for your thoughts, for what you say and for what you do. The decision to grow up becomes very nitpicky and noticing how and in what ways you focus your mind. With your mind, you create. And so what is it that you truly wish to create? Is it something nice, something kind, something good, something loving, something beautiful? Is it the stuff of heaven or of hell? We have all the clues we need to our disposal. It's so simple that even a child can understand it, which is great, given that we are all children. In the beginning, there was the Word. Phonics is sound, and sound is light. It's all energy. That is what we are truly made of, pure energy. Thoughts are silent to our physical ears, yet we hear them, and with our thoughts, we create. The rules of phonics are simple. Letters are interchangeable based on the fact that if a certain letter makes a certain sound in one word, then it can make that sound in another word. For example, CH in Christian is the K sound, like a K. Therefore, it can also make that sound in the word church, so that you have kirk. Using etymology, the root meaning of words, we discover that indeed kirk is a root word associated with church in other languages. The phonics key, very importantly, is consistent in all languages, making all languages connected and interchangeable. Here are some, but I'm only skimming the surface, or not even basically skimming the surface with this, with interchangeable letters. B and P, so that when you see B, you can swap it for P, and vice versa. L and R, S, C, K, G and K, we often refer to a G as a hex. It's the symbol used by Freemasons also, so there's no accident there. And K as key. D and T. T refers to truth itself, so whenever you break down a word with D or T in it, you can see that truth is implied in it. All vowels are interchangeable, and each letter stands for more than just the sound, but have numerical equivalents, values, and hidden meanings. Plus, when in written form, the letters can be physically flipped about to reveal more hidden meanings. Very soon it becomes to go fractal, and to the fact that this crosses boundaries of languages, all based on the sounds, and therefore you find even more treasures when you crisscross with other languages. In English, if you Google etymology of words, you find the root meanings, which are always, of course, borrowed from other languages or earliest forms of English, and often find some pretty revealing stuff there too. I most often use Wiktionary for that. Good company is a journey, makes the way seem shorter. Isaac Walton. What is breatharianism? It's a life practice on a path of total health. It's awareness of your own inner power, your natural pranic energy, and learning to build on that energy on that path of health. A program of limitless of human potential. What if you don't ever have to be sick? What if you don't even have to die? This is no longer far-fetched. Humanity has reached the level of consciousness where the understanding of this concept is within reach. As I outlined in my previous message, the thought is magic, and we are the creators of our own reality. We're talking about purification. We're talking about something that only those who are ready to grow up will be able to accept. Because to step into your inner creator child self, you must be ready to put aside the childish ways. That means desire naturally falls away. Just as a child comes to the decision one day to stop playing with dolls, to put away the silly kid toys, simply because they're no longer enjoying those things. It's a process. It takes time. Be kind to yourself, just as you would be to any child. Don't expect too much from yourself too soon, but eventually you will learn that you are source itself, and therefore what need do you have of any outside nourishment? Breatharianism is eating very little or none at all. It's not the same thing as fasting, but it may involve fasting at the beginning stages and may take many years of practice to achieve. All the knowledge about breatharianism is available to you right now. Of course, there are frauds making false claims and may steer you in the wrong direction. Stay away from those who promise luxury retreats for a lot of money. As genuine purveyors of truth will never be about material profit. That's the false profits of the system. A little discernment is all you need, and you can achieve that naturally when you practice meditation regularly. The breatharian journey is one of giving up the material desires and pleasures. It starts in the mind, as all things do. The best teacher of breatharian knowledge that I've found so far is Elattam Elamine, You can find his videos on Facebook and YouTube, and any retreat that he may offer will be genuine if you feel that you need a retreat or a more intensive instruction. But that's a good beginning. So, smile. You just found out you're immortal.
Be the bridge to truth, and be the light and be the way. Thank you for listening.